Welcome to the next episode of Keeping It Simple. Hope you're enjoying these programs. The responses which we are getting is very encouraging. Many people are asking questions and many people are reporting that they're getting answers which are helping them out. And keep on encouraging us, keep on supporting us. The invitation from Dhruv is here. I just finished an advanced meditation program today. More than 75 people experienced deep bliss. Then I also taught the first session of Sudarshan Chakra Kriya, and people who have been practicing Sudarshan Kriya over a long time, they suddenly said that this is so much more easy and so much more powerful, effective. Many people shared very deep experiences. So Dhruv is with us, and Dhruv, are you ready?
Yes, Bhaiya, Jai Gurudev.
So shall we start?
Yes, Bhaiya. So, Bhaiya, this week, the first question is, can you please talk about dreams?
Yeah, dreams. There are various aspects of dreams. Gurudev has given us a knowledge sheet, and he says there are 5 types of dreams. Okay, the first type of dream is about the past. Whatever has happened in the past or the people of the past, suddenly we realize we are back in school. We are giving an examination. Sometimes we know the answer, sometimes we don't know the answer. So dreams about the past. Then some premonitional dreams also come. When an incident is happening in life and suddenly said, wait, I have gone through this experience exactly in the dream. So dreams about the future also come. Second type of dreams. Then the third type of dreams are about the present, whatever is happening in the present moment and the place where we are in. So suppose you go to Japan, you will have Japanese dreams, and you are speaking Japanese also. Okay. So the place where you are in or whatever is happening, a few years ago, there was a terrorist attack in Mumbai, and lots of people had this dream that they are stuck in a terrorist attack. Something very strong happening in the present moment also comes to you as a dream. So the place where you are in and whatever is happening in the present moment can come to you as a dream. And the fourth type of dream is suppressed desires, unfulfilled desires. You want, say, a Mercedes car, and in spite of your best efforts, you are not able to achieve it. And the exact model, same color, everything manifests in a dream. Unfulfilled desire. Okay. And then fifth types of dreams are meaningless dreams. And if you see, most of the dreams are those meaningless dreams, and the other 4 types of dreams are also embedded in the fifth type. So that is what dreams is, but it is best not to analyze dreams because you don't know which dream, what, where, what. And if you see, even this life is a dream, no? What we did 10 years ago, is it not like a dream? What we did yesterday, is it not like a dream? This present moment, which appears so solid, is it not like a dream? In few moments, this is also going to become a dream. So it is dream now only, isn't it? So life is also a dream. Okay.
Bhaiya, the next question is, my mind doesn't want to follow all the things Guruji says. Is that okay? Or how to bring my mind to a state of total surrender?
It's okay. You do what you want to. Okay. You would like to listen to a Guru story? Guru story is, uh, one of our devotees, he was having a conversation with Gurudev. And after the conversation, Gurudev said, no, you do it this way. And he had other ideas. So he said, no, Guruji, I would like to do it this way. And Guruji listened to him and he said again, no, I'm telling you, you do it this way. Okay. So this continued for a few times. He wanted his way and Gurudev was saying, you do it this way. So then Gurudev told him, see, there are two possibilities. Either you listen to me or you don't listen to me. So he says, if you listen to me, you're going to do what I say. But if you don't listen to me, you will eventually end up doing what I say. The choice is yours. So if you feel very rebellious, you don't want to, listen to Guruji, no problem. Take your journey, take your path. Your path will lead you back to what Guruji wants you to do. Okay? And our Guru is he is very caring and sharing, and he gives you a lot of freedom. So if you don't want to still listen to him, it's fine. It's fine. And you might be successful doing whatever you want to do. And Gurudev says, only in two circumstances he will tell you not to do certain things. The first circumstance is when it is not possible. When it is not possible to do whatever you are doing. And the second circumstance is if it is not good for you. So in all other circumstances, Guru is there with you. He is giving you freedom to do what you want to. And in these two circumstances, it's nice to listen to a Guru, no? Okay.
Yes. The next question is, what is meditation?
Meditation is the art of doing nothing. It's not doing nothing, it is the art of doing nothing. That is what Gurudev says. Okay. So you are doing something and yet you are doing nothing. Okay. It is effortless effort. And rather than talking about meditation, it is best to do meditation. And I'm sure you would have done meditation, you would have experienced. So just go through that. Okay. Dhyana, the Sanskrit word for meditation, has come from two words. Dhya means concentration, na means no. So dhyana means deconcentration, or where there is no concentration. So these are definitions. When you do, automatically you experience it. And if you have not done any meditation, learn a Sahaj Samadhi meditation program or online meditation and breath workshop, or come for an advanced meditation program. All this will give you different experiences of meditation. Okay.
The next question is, what is religion? Is religion real?
Yeah, there are different definitions of religion. So a set of symbols, a set of practices, and a set of values put together forms a religion. So every religion has some symbols, every religion has certain practices, and every religion has certain values. Okay, that is what is religion. But the Sanskrit word, there is no Sanskrit word for religion. Okay, the Sanskrit word dharma is not religion. Dhar means one which lifts you. So one who lifted up the Murli was called Murlidhar. One who lifted up the Giri, the mountain, was called Giridhar. Isn't it? So dhar means that which lifts, and ma means me. So dharma means those principles that lifts me up, which does not allow me to fall. And that does not translate into religion. Okay. So that is where different people look at it differently, but literal translation does not exist for dharma and religion. They don't mean the same thing.